Hello everyone, it's Simmuz here. Welcome to a brand new speed build. In the Sims 4, we are building a Mermaid Home. So, I got these suggestions on Twitter, so I was asking people what you would like me to build, what kind of builds you would like to see, if you wanted to see challenges or anything. And Twitter came through and gave me some great ideas, and this is one of them. So this idea I got, the idea was to build a mermaid house. A mermaid house, it's very like anything really, and I really wanted to do like a pool that, like, if only we could do terrain constraint like in the Sims 3 build and whatever, like that cheat was great. But anyway, let me continue with my track of thought. I wanted to do a pool that goes right into the sea here in Sulani, obviously. But you cannot do pools in beach lots, so yeah, I had to settle for this. Like it's very pretty, and I really like it. Yeah, I'm super enjoy how it turned out. I use a lot of debug objects, and I think it's pretty cool. It's a very mermaid home, and since I couldn't do the or like pool stuff with the mermaid idea, I had to settle for this, and I decided to, since with Island Living we got the lot trait for off the grid, and this lot where I'm building has already that trait inserted, I decided to build a house that is off the grid. And not only that, I decided to use only Island Living, the base game, and Jungle Adventures. So if you only have Jungle Adventures and Island Living, or if you have Jungle Adventure and Island Living and other packs, but not every pack in the game, you can still download and use this house in Sulani. And it works. It's a fun little house. I did have to change some stuff to make it work 100%, because there was some stuff that wasn't really working from like the product that it's gonna be like in the end. But it is up on the gallery. You can download it right now. You can use hashtag Simmuz like here on YouTube, or search my ID, which is Simmuz like here on YouTube, but without spaces. And yeah, it's super pretty. I'm very pleased with how it turned out, and I'm super pleased that I actually managed to make it an off-the-grid lot. I think I've never done an off-the-grid house, and this was basically my first time, and it turned out pretty nice. I really love how I used so many debug objects. Debug is a savior for me. Like, it has so much good stuff in it, and it looks good usually, so I very much like using it. Hopefully you guys like it as well, and don't mind me using cheats for the builds, because I really love that like arch of rock in the distance. I think it just gives it so much good like aesthetic and detail. So since this is a mermaid home, I decided obviously it was gonna be like straight on the sea, and obviously I wanted to build it in Sulani. But also, since this is a mermaid home and it is off the grid, it is kind of an eco home. So I tried to make it look as natural as possible. Also, technically, like, you know, with off the grid, you also have some restraints with what kind of objects you can use. And since I was also restraining the number of objects that I could use, because I was like using a certain amount of packs and certain packs, I really had not many choices to do exactly what I wanted. But I think it turned out super pretty, and it works. It has everything that you need, and it does look like it's a very eco home. Obviously, there is a lot of wood that makes sense. It's like driftwood or wood from trees that you grow naturally, and you cut down with just the trees that you need, or you replant them or whatever. And obviously, yeah, that's the part with the roofs. And the flooring and all the wood that you see me using. I was trying to do something cool here at the front. It didn't look good at all. I did use this fence from base game in the end, which works super fine. And yeah, I just really like it. I think it turned out super cute. And yeah, again, you can download it on the gallery right now. I love these debug objects that I found. This like vine object is great. It hangs out. It like it's beautiful. I really, really like it. I love how all the landscaping that I did. I placed also, you can see here in a corner, maybe you cannot see it right now, but there is this like big water tower, and the idea is that this mermaid built the water tower to collect rain and other like kind of water that comes from the sky. I don't know what kind of water would be in Sulani that comes from the sky other than rain, because it's not like it's gonna snow, but she collects the water and she uses this for the shower and the toilet and sinks, because while those do work off the grid, I did choose objects that do work off the grid, that have the game of the grid function. But, you know, the water still comes from those objects, so it makes sense to have some water source. So I decided to do that, and I love all the debug objects that are outside, like the little letterbox. I did place the actual, like, letterbox for the place in between those, and it looks super cute. I love this kitchen that I did, because the kitchen has the big chimney from Jungle Adventures that looks beautiful and looks like a real like place where you can actually cook stuff. And I placed the stove in front of it, and the stove has the wood underneath, so it's one stove, like it looks like it actually works off the grid. And yeah, I'm super pleased with it. Actually, I do put in a fridge afterwards. I don't know if I recorded me putting in the fridge right next to the stove in the corner, because actually I forgot to put in a fridge, because I was looking through fridges and none of them said that they work off the grid, but all fridges apparently work off the grid. And I don't know why the team didn't just put works off the grid on all the fridges, and it just didn't put anything. So I looked at it and I was like, oh, none of the fridge works. But without fridges, you cannot cook anything. So actually, all the fridges worked off the grid apparently, and in the end, I did put in a fridge. Other things that I had to put in later, I did have to move some stuff upstairs in the bedroom, because the sim couldn't really walk through, so I wanted to make it playable. And in the end, it works out, so it's fine, and it's cool, and I really like it. And I love this like living area with the dining room. The dining table is my favorite thing, because it's like all mismatched chair, all like rustic and old, and very like they look like they were made by hand or like found somewhere. I do put in that radio that in the end I had to take out. I thought that radio worked, because like maybe not all radios, but at least that boombox, I feel like that should work off the grid, but it doesn't. Obviously, I had to take it out because it doesn't work off the grid. I feel like it should work off the grid, because it probably would work with batteries. I don't know why it wouldn't. Why would it be like connected to electricity? It wouldn't. So I don't know. I felt like it could have worked off the grid, but it doesn't. So I did take that one out as well. Here is the bathroom. I could have used a different toilet. I decided to use this toilet from the Hidden Objects. That works, it's fun, and it looks like it's handmade and like super grungy. I also placed a lot of these Jungle Adventures. Sorry, I'm confusing the two packs a lot, because they have this like islandy, exotic vibe. So I used this Jungle Adventure vines and like all this big like leafy things all around the house to make it feel more like it's embedded in the nature actually. And I had some troubles with the roofs, because I wanted this bedroom to be very open and use a lot of trims, but you know, it was a little bit of a struggle. But in the end, I did make it work. I moved the roofs a little bit and it worked out. And also that wardrobe covers up part of one roof. That's great, because it wouldn't work. I did playtest everything. I don't think the only place that the sim cannot access, because of the big like wardrobe that I placed on the wall, is the little dresser at the back with the plant, and there's gonna be a chair in front, but there's also gonna be a chair in another spot of the bedroom, so I wasn't too worried that they couldn't sit on that chair, because there's other chairs. So it wasn't the big of a deal. And also the dresser is not that important, because there is the other wardrobe that you can still access. So it's fine. And for lights, it was actually a little bit of a struggle, because without seasons and without cats and dogs, there aren't many objects that work off the grid. I know Alan Living has some, but not many. I thought there were more, to be honest. I thought there were more lights that work off the grid, but they didn't. Also, there is a lantern from Jungle Adventure that is basically identical to the one in Cats and Dogs. And the one in Cats and Dogs works off the grid, and the one in Island Living doesn't. In Jungle Adventure doesn't. I don't understand why. But yeah, all the barbecues work off the grid, so obviously I had to put a barbecue outside. There is a nice sitting area. Again, all the mismatched chairs. That looks cute. And I did place some lounges so you can chill, and there is also an easel so you can paint. These I had to make them smaller because they would go into the bedroom. And here out here near the laundry, this is not for laundry day, it's just a debug object, so it's not using laundry day. I placed that like big Island Living cookout thing so you can cook as well there. And it's fun, it's a nice little addition for a nice little area outside of the house where you can chill. Adding so many plants around the house, I really wanted to make it feel like it's very like nature and like connected to nature and nature-like. And you can see right now I'm placing all the stuff, all the ferns and flowers and like leaves and all the stuff. Beautiful. I love how it looks. I think it looks super, super pretty. Obviously, you guys can let me know in the comments down below what you think, because maybe you're like, oh, this looks ugly as shit. Here is just some terrain painting to make it look a little bit more realistic, and we're gonna go into the screenshots in a second. I don't think I add anything else, right? Yeah, I think I'm just messing around with the terrain painting right now. But in the end, it turns out here are the screenshots. I love how it looks in Sulani. It looks so pretty. And obviously it is uploaded on the gallery. As I said, you can download it right now. And I love it. I just really, really, really like it. I love this idea. Thank you so much for your suggestions on Twitter. They are amazing. And I love how this one turns out. I have so many other suggestions because people had let me like so many ideas. And yeah, thank you so much. But obviously, if you have ideas, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to know what you think about this house, what you would like to see next, what other ideas you have in mind. Thank you so much, just in general, for watching. I love all the support that I'm getting on this channel. It's crazy. And on Twitter and on other platform, it's great. Also, just a little sneak peek, I don't know if this video is gonna be out before or after this video that I'm gonna talk about, but I do have a collab coming soon with another creator, Pedro Plays, so absolutely look out for that one. If it's already up, check it out because it's gonna be on the channel, and wow. And yeah, this is the bedroom. It's nice, it's neat. I think it turned out super, super good. So yeah, you can download it. It's on the gallery. Place it with move objects on because I don't think half of these objects would stay if you didn't. But I like it. I really, really like it. I love how this, like, look at that. Oh my god, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. I'm sorry. I'm just super excited about this house. And Sulani, like, all like beautiful and luscious and green, and here it's nighttime with the volcano in the distance. I love it. I just like it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Put on notifications so that you know when the next video is coming out. Thank you so much for watching, and just thank you in general for everything. Bye bye.